Okay, so here we're going to look at problems involving the distributive property. Normally, when I would solve these, I would go ahead and look for my like terms, determine my variable that I need to get by itself, in this case x again, determine what terms I have to get rid of. That's where it gets a little tricky because I have 3 on the inside of my parentheses and 6 on the outside. And I don't exactly know what the opposite is I need to do just yet, and I have to figure that out before I can isolate my variable. So normally if I was working this following normal order of operations, I would go through and work what's inside my parentheses and then use what's on the outside. So remember here, if I don't have a sign, that means multiply. All right, so between the 6 and the parentheses, that means I'm actually working the problem 6 times whatever answer I get in my parentheses. So, but since I have x in there, I don't know what x is yet. So I need to distribute the 6 or spread it out evenly to both terms in the parentheses before I can go through and solve this problem. So here's what that's going to look like. Okay, I'm going to start off as always separating my left and right side, and I'm going to show my distribution like this. Draw an arrow. What I'm really doing there is 6 times x, which gives me 6x, and then 6 times 3. And these arrows just help me make sure I distribute it to all my terms, because as you move further along, sometimes you're going to have more than just 2 terms inside your parentheses. But 6 times 3 is 18. I look back, I see there's a plus sign, and that's going to go between those 2 terms. And then I have 48 over here. Okay, so now my equation reads 6x plus 18 equals 48, and I now have a 2-step equation that I can solve. I've got multiplication and addition in order to figure out what 48 is. So now I can look, I don't have any like terms. I know I want to solve for x, so I have to get rid of the 6 and the 18. Between the 6 and x is multiplying. I'm adding the 18. I do reverse order of operations since I'm undoing my problem. So I'm going to start with the 18. And instead of adding it, I'm going to do the opposite, which is subtracting. So I'm going to subtract 18 from each side. Plus 18 minus 18 cancel out. I'm left with 6x is equal to, and then 48 minus 18 gives me 30. Okay, so now, again, I don't have x by itself. I still have the 6 there, so I have to keep going. I know between the 6 and the x is multiplying, so the opposite or inverse is division. So I'm going to divide each side by 6. So 6 divided by 6, 6x divided by 6 leaves me with 1x, which I write as so. And 30 divided by 6 gives me 5. Okay, now I'm ready to check my problem. I have x by itself, and I think x is equal to 5. So I'm going to go over here and check my problem, and I'm going to do 6, change my color there, 6 times 5 plus 3 should give me 48. And now I would work it as normal order of operations. 5 plus 3 is 8. 6 times 8 should give me 48, and 6 times 8 does give me 48. 48 is the same as 48. My answer checks, so I know that x is equal to 5. One of the reasons I work it like this is because if I try to just subtract 3 and then divide by 6, I'm going to get a really crazy answer. So that's why I want to go ahead and distribute and make it into a problem like I'm used to working. Okay, so 6 times x plus 3 equals 48, x equals 5, and there you have it.